Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Friday, December 24th at 3:25 p.m. Pacific Standard Time by Zeno Reader. There are 664 headlines from 106 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Trump Surgeon General suggests the former president only decided to publicly back vaccines because Biden praised him first. Prosecutor, Oxford school shooting suspect's mom had affair while son spiraled. Apple employees plan to walk off their jobs on Christmas Eve, urge customers to not buy anything amid the last-minute shopping rush. 4 people injured after shooting at Chicago area mall. VP Kamala Harris told allies that the media coverage of her would be different if she was a white man, report. Fringe factions of MAGA world are imploding after Trump publicly advocated for the COVID-19 jab. Rangers trek through snow to find hiker on Hawaii mountain. Kim Potter, ex-Minnesota officer, found guilty of manslaughter in death of Daunte Wright. 40-50 vehicles in massive crash Thursday morning that has closed portions of Interstate 94 in western Wisconsin. No fatalities reported. The Omicron wave looks swift and painful. Some scientists expect U.S. cases to peak in January and bottom out in March. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. 2 more Tiananmen monuments removed from Hong Kong University campuses, Reuters. Ex-officer Kim Potter wouldn't have been convicted in Daunte Wright's fatal shooting years ago, legal experts say, CNN. Deflated healthcare workers and desperate patients clash over alternative COVID treatments, CNN. Kardashian-Jenner Christmas Eve party scaled back because of COVID, TMZ. 14-year-old girl killed by Los Angeles Police Department bullet during suspect takedown at North Hollywood Burlington store, KABC-TV. Dozens dead in Bangladesh ferry fire, Al Jazeera English. Parents of Michigan school shooter fail to act after teachers show them he drawn gun, Daily Mail. 2 dead in submerged car in San Francisco, KTLA. Amazon reaches labor deal, giving workers more power to organize, The New York Times. Los Angeles Lakers bid adieu in home arena's final game as Staples Center, ESPN. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Rihanna's wax figure is a Christmas catastrophe, fans say. LA police kill 14-year-old girl in clothing store shooting. Delta, United cancel 200 Christmas Eve flights as soaring Omicron cases hit staff. New York cutting back on Times Square crowd for New Year's Eve over COVID spike. Search for a COVID-19 test means sold out signs, long lines. Woman pleads guilty to punching flight attendant over mask requirement. Islands block Royal Caribbean cruise ship after 55 test positive for COVID. CDC relaxes quarantine policy for COVID-infected healthcare workers. Georgia election workers sue Rudy Giuliani, own over election fraud claims. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. 1983 victim's body found, but not at search site. Family prepares to host free dinner for community. Woman sues group after her lost dog gets adopted. 100-year-old man has eaten Wheaties every day. Man brings joy to others after wrongful conviction. Retired Ohio police K-9 officer passes away. Takeout-only pizza concept to open. Sheriff's office gives gifts instead of tickets. Last ride, after nearly 5 decades, Iowa bus driver retires. Couple caught on video abandoning dog, puppies. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, The New York Times. More than 1,900 Christmas Eve flights are cancelled globally. Europeans ponder living with, not defeating, COVID. Stray bullet kills girl as officers fire at suspect in Los Angeles store. He paid $30 for a drawing, it could be a Renaissance work worth millions. Webb telescope launch, date, time and live stream. When the boss says to chillax. Why the Match.com CEO took a stand on the Texas abortion law. Adams delays appointment of ex-police official amid ethics concerns. J.K. Rowling on the magic of things. The Nutcracker and the sex tape. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Indian bishop denounces open season against Christians as states pass anti-conversion laws. 7 unbelievable headlines in 2021 that were not satire. These 11 Christmas movies are the most relaxing to watch, an analyzer claims. Woman shares clever use for leftover wrapping paper pieces. How tall is Santa Claus? Here's how to answer that question for kids. GOP congressman calls on L.A. Gascon to resign over diversion program for teens accused of sex crimes. Peter Dinklage slams politically wrong critics of his Hervé Villechaize role. Valerie Bertinelli gets emotional in Instagram post about self-loathing. Chicago area mall shooting leaves several wounded, 2 suspects in custody, 1 sought. AOC confronts Bill Bratton after ex-top cop blasts NYC subway homeless problem. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Friday, December 24th. The next headlines are from the 8th most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Santa prepares for liftoff, NORAD tracks Father Christmas as he sets off from Lapland. COVID-19 UK, record 1.4 million people had COVID in UK last week. Doctor admits number of patients testing positive for COVID after admission is a major problem. Baby girl's adorable reaction when she tastes pizza for the first time, video. Key that locked up Nelson Mandela is set to sell for more 1 million. Daily COVID cases hit new record of 119,789 as hospitalizations rise. 6 car-themed watches that sold for huge sums at auction in 2021. Backlash as man, 33, is charged over Facebook Hogmanay party at Sturgeon's house post. NY could still be axed over staff shortages even if Omicron milder, UK health chief warns. Animal lovers reveal the reality of spending the holidays with their 4-legged friends. The following headlines are from the 9th most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Corona virus dampens Christmas joy in biblical Bethlehem. More Tiananmen massacre memorials removed in Hong Kong. Tourist drug demand is bringing cartel violence to Mexico's most popular resorts. Massive ferry fire kills at least 39 in southern Bangladesh. For Queen Elizabeth II, 2021 brought sorrow and scandal to the royal family. German convicted of 1993 murder arrested in Netherlands. Omicron in Africa appears relatively mild. That might not be the case everywhere, Continental CDC says. More Australians are paying tribute to Indigenous people. Some worry it's just lip service. Myanmar army airstrikes sent hundreds fleeing into Thailand. Biden is prioritizing rapid testing to counter Omicron. Other countries are far ahead. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. COVID Live News. Omicron impact on society could determine new UK curbs, hundreds of Christmas flights cancelled. Our favorite photos from 2021, how Guardian U.S. Pictures captured a historic year. As U.S. West braces for Omicron surge, leaders take a hands-off approach. FTSE 100 nears pandemic high as Santa rally lifts markets, business hive. Los Angeles police kill girl, 14, when firing at suspect in clothing store. Nirvana seek to dismiss sexual abuse lawsuit concerning Nevermind cover. Queen expected to strike personal tone in Christmas Day message. Black Americans continue to see higher jobless rate despite market recovery. K-pop star Suga tests positive for COVID after BTS return from US. The year of the surprise package, 5 gifts the NFL gave us in 2021. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Search to resume for 1,887 time capsule under Lee Monument. Where the messaging went wrong on boosters, the country's best bet against Omicron. COVID-19 spike worsens Africa's severe poverty, hunger rose. South Korea pardons former president. 2 major airlines cancel holiday flights as Omicron cases hit cruise. 14-year-old girl in dressing room killed by stray bullet during police shooting. Former college student charged in boyfriend's suicide pleads guilty. Jury finds Kim Potter guilty in death of Daunte Wright. Watch, sloth enjoys tasty stocking stuffer. Snowstorm, heavy rain expected to slam parts of the West through Christmas weekend. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Selfridges sold for 4 billion to Thai Austrian alliance. Bangladesh ferry fire, dozens killed near Jalakathy. Haridwar, police case after outrage in India over anti-Muslim hate speech. Hong Kong universities remove more monuments marking Tiananmen. Rare pink handfish spotted in Australia for first time in decades. Park Geun-hye, South Korea's ex-president granted government pardon. Mali, West condemns Russian mercenaries deployment. Switzerland's wolves get too close for comfort. Marie Head, unsung at home, but a hero in France. Climate change, small army of volunteers keeping deniers off Wikipedia. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. Showbiz Minute, Didion, Nuff, Bateman. Wait, why are we all wearing ugly Christmas sweaters? How the holiday tradition got started. Okay ladies, now let's get information. Santa reindeer may actually be female. Omicron surge leads to cancelled flights, scaled back events and sidelined sports stars. Latest COVID-19 updates. A grim Christmas as Zimbabweans queue for cash. On this day, December 24, 1990. LA police kill teen girl while firing at suspect. Girl, 14, killed by Los Angeles police during attempted suspect takedown inside Burlington store. Today in history for December 24th. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. Photos, Southland storm brings voluntary evacuations. Biscayne wants 1,300 more cops, and plans to pay for them using existing city funds. How Joan Didion's Sacramento childhood shaped her life, and her take on California. Manhattan Beach police investigating anti-Semitic stickers placed throughout city. Omicron becoming dominant in some parts of California as COVID-19 cases soar. California woman who knocked out flight attendant's teeth pleads guilty to federal felony. Harris arrives in LA as staffer, lawmakers test positive for coronavirus. Is it safe to eat at restaurants amid Omicron surge? Here's what the experts say. 2 bodies recovered after flooding in Millbrae. Column, Joan Didion, California and the Enduring Power of Our Special History. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Friday, December 24th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. Japan joins U.S. boycott of Beijing Olympics. Dalit low caste, cook sacked in Uttarakhand after upper caste students refuse to eat food prepared by her. Ecuador makes COVID-19 vaccination obligatory. Putin loses his cool when confronted over Ukraine, claims it belongs to Lenin anyway. Japanese university finds drug effective in treating ALS. Warsaw scientist finds natural coral saving UV filter in Antarctic bacteria. Analysis, when China's leading paper ignores Xi, all bets are off. South Korean President Moon Jae-in has pardoned former President Park Geun-hye, who was serving a 22-year prison term for a vast corruption scandal. 2 more Hong Kong universities tear down Tiananmen massacre monuments in early hours of Friday. Last Tiananmen monument removed in Hong Kong. White House reiterates that U.S. is ready to act if Russia invades Ukraine. Biden hasn't answered Israeli PM Bennett's phone calls for 3 weeks. U.S. Marines among 12 apprehended in Okinawa for drug smuggling. Supermarkets drop Brazilian beef products linked to deforestation. Amazon warned workers that its busy season could make them feel suicidal. The next headlines are from Forbes. Ralph Rangnick confirms Manchester United almost fully recovered after COVID-19 outbreak. Minnesota Vikings face familiar foe as Stafford, 10-4 Rams offer major challenge. 5 bold 2022 predictions for the U.S. airline industry. Surprise, surprise, Trump's 2019 China trade deal, which never had a chance to fall short. Hong Kong billionaire Li Ka-shing CK is set to sell aircraft leasing businesses for $4.3 billion to Carlyle. AI-powered seafood marketplace startup raises $40 million from Tiger Global and Prozeus Ventures. Thai billionaire family Central Group, Austria Signa buying British retailer Selfridges. The Navy gets a Christmas present, all 11 USS Ford weapons elevators delivered. Crocs snaps up footwear brand Hey Dude for $2.5 billion. China wins as Joe Manchin downgrades U.S. economy. The next headlines are from Nature.com. Mars mission is China's first step in planetary exploration. A brave matter of ancient kinship in Neolithic Britain. Considerable escape of SARS-CoV-2 Omicron to antibody neutralization. Omicron escapes the majority of existing SARS-CoV-2 neutralizing antibodies. Omicron extensively but incompletely escapes Pfizer BNT162b2 neutralization. Cardiovascular diseases disrupt the bone marrow niche. Striking antibody evasion manifested by the Omicron variant of SARS-CoV-2. Researchers fear growing COVID vaccine hesitancy in developing nations. Time resolved structural analysis of an RNA-cleaving DNA catalyst. Broadly neutralizing antibodies target a hemagglutinin anchor epitope. The world population update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,753,203,828 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Succession showrunner Jesse Armstrong's production company doubles profits following success of I May Destroy You. Iranian team unpacks the Nordic noir from India that is a global hit for Netflix exclusive. Nagarjuna, Sarath Kumaran star-studded Disney Plus Hotstar Telugu language lineup. Bye Bye Morons review, Abdullah Khan's Xar winner pales in comparison to its influences. Critics' Choice Association says awards may move to late February or March, voting dates pushed as well. Joni Mitchell gets animated for Christmas in first music video for 1971's River. American Underdog review, old-fashioned sports biopic hits the sweet spot as family-friendly entertainment. In studio with Harry Styles Grammy-nominated immersive audio engineer, Greg Penny. Saturday Night Live head writer Anna Dresden exits to steer freeform animated comedy. Keira Knightley and writer-director Camille Griffin talk exploring motherhood at the end of the world in Silent Night. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. How the Soviet Union's collapse explains the current Russia-Ukraine tension. 4 of the biggest archaeological advancements of 2021, including one game-changer. People face long lines as they rush to get tested for COVID ahead of the holidays. Ferry fire kills at least 39 in southern Bangladesh. LA police kill teenage girl while firing on male suspect in clothing store shooting. A complete guide to what is, and isn't, open this Christmas Eve and day. South Korea pardons a former president imprisoned on corruption charges. Former NY Governor Andrew Cuomo won't be charged for touching a female trooper. A New York singer accuses actor Chris Noth of sexual abuse and intimidation. The following headlines are from The Week. What Omicron means for schools this winter. Printable crossword, issue, December 31, 2021 January 7, 2022. Solutions, crossword and Sudoku, issue, December 31, 2021 January 7, 2022. Interactive crossword, issue, December 31, 2021 January 7, 2022. The Week contest, sacked on Zoom. I'm dreaming of a warm Christmas. Tweaking Harvard's admissions rules won't make America less elitist. Kim Potter found guilty on manslaughter charges in fatal shooting of Daunte Wright. The myth of the greatest generation. Writer Joan Didion has died at 87. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Love and casseroles in the time of COVID-19. The next headlines are from Universe Today. Best image ever taken of stars buzzing around the Milky Way's supermassive black hole. This video of Comet Leonard, with Venus and Mercury, will blow your mind. These are the news headlines for today, Friday, December 24th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Personal solstices, Earth-Sky community photos. Top 10 stories of 2021 from Earth-Sky. Earth-Sky's top photos from 2021. The Christmas tree cluster, a December delight. The next news is from Politico. Putin demands Western security guarantees to end threat of Ukraine invasion. Senate's plans for January 6th session spark concerns for staff and police officers. Hundreds of House districts are being redrawn. Here's who's winning and losing. Bernie Kerik plans to publicly release documents demanded by January 6th committee. CDC sets shorter COVID isolation rules for health workers. 2 Georgia poll workers sue Giuliani, own over election conspiracy theories. Opinion Biden's big COVID mistake, overconfidence and overpromising. Russian buildup near Ukraine gains steam, new satellite images show. Potential Department of Justice suits against Apple and Google delayed amid budget woes. A flood of climate aid is coming from Washington. Will those who need it miss out? The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Not even COVID can stop Santa as he starts his annual Christmas voyage. 2021, the year in sport. Christmas Day X beckons for England's misfiring batters. Airlines move to ease fears over Christmas Day travel after mass cancellations. The night before Christmas, a new COVID case may not be the lump of coal the McGowan government expected. Short run, Hurricanes overcome 5-run penalty to beat Stars. The Sydney Morning Herald, photos of the week, December 23, 2021. Hong Kong connection continues for Schofield in Sydney. Waller, McDonald neck and neck as year nears finish line. Australia surpasses 9,000 new daily COVID-19 cases for first time as booster program fast-tracked. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. The moneyest, she is sneaky and double-dealing. My son died in a car accident, his half-sister looted his home, and brazenly gave away many of his belongings. London markets, London stocks rise in holiday-themed trade, with travel stocks taking the lead. Dow Jones Newswires, China Mobile exercises green shoe option amid high demand for Shanghai offering. Google, Intel, GM join list of big companies skipping says in person due to COVID fears. Dow Jones Newswires, consortium led by Carlyle Group to buy 125 aircraft from CK Asset for $4.28 billion. The Wall Street Journal, United, Delta cancel dozens of holiday weekend flights as Omicron spreads. IPO report, the IPOs to expect in 2022, Reddit, Instacart and others could hit Wall Street. Dow Jones Newswires, Bank of Korea to appropriately adjust monetary policy in 2022. Dow Jones Newswires, Lazydays announces CEO William Murnane will step down. DoorDash will require all employees to deliver goods or perform other gigs, and some of them aren't happy. Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. Cleveland Clinic researchers identify how red meat increases cardiovascular disease risk, URIC alert. Societe Hepters announces antitrust clearance of license agreement with Neurocrine Biosciences, Yahoo Finance. The most read IP Law 360 guest articles of 2021, Law 360. IP legislation updates bring benefits to the Serbian pharma industry, Lixology. China revokes patent licenses for irregular patent applications, the National Law Review. Patent Prosecution Highway, PPH, a fast-track examination program, Lixology. International business machines, slow growth and elevated valuation, NASDAQ. The 17 Hudson Valley towns that will sell recreational marijuana, WPDH.com. Thousand Oaks inventor who produced talking teeth, 800 other toys still working at 100, VC star. How Bosch car service has evolved over the last 100 years, Golf business. The next headlines are from Quartz. U.S. workers with the highest wage gains in 2021. Long COVID is pitting patients against doctors. India has spent a decade wasting the potential of its young population. The Matrix Resurrections is mostly about trolling Hollywood capitalism. There is a fast and easy way to get more rapid tests, if the FDA wants to. The NHL's exit from the Beijing Olympics is probably just the beginning. The rise of everything apps. How to set Omicron boundaries with friends and family. RIP, Hong Kong's Tiananmen sculpture. A history of design innovations emerging from health crises. The following headlines are from TechDirt. Investigation shows Egyptian government hacked a dissident's phone twice, using 2 different companies' malware. Video game Hades makes history as first video game to win a Hugo Award. Texas regulators learned nothing from February's carnage, prepare to repeat the cycle. Tanzania's abuse of U.S. copyright law to silence critics on Twitter should be a warning for regulators looking to mess with content moderation. Another Illinois appeals court handles compelled password production, says there's no Fifth Amendment issue here. Daily Deal, Go Safe S780-Chem with Sony image sensor. State Department report repeats talking points from group who wants to ban all porn. Another report shows US 5G isn't living up to the hype. Dia gives former Marine back $86,900 cops took from him during a Nevada traffic stop caught on body cam. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. NORAD Santa Tracker. Los Angeles Lakers. Willie Garson. Derrick Henry. Walmart Christmas Eve hours. UCF football. Kamala Harris. Ian Book. Donald Trump. 49ers. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. Russia fines Google nearly $100 million. Russian swimming champ fired from job after airport mask row. Porn about to be crazy, prototype of lickable TV raises eyebrows. Millions left without power amid European energy crunch. Trans man slams nurses for mother label after giving birth. Fourth South Korean president jailed for corruption receives pardon. Thousands stranded at airports in Christmas holiday travel nightmare. Unabomber moved to medical facility from prison. UK plans return of pint-sized bottles of bubbly in post-Brexit win, reports. Russia warns of potential large-scale conflicts in Europe. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. Judgment Day, Sweden vindicated. U.S. exchanges look to India and Indonesia to make up for loss of China's business. Netherlands goes nuclear in massive atomic humanist victory. The inevitability of Kamala Harris. A woman is a woman, man is a man, Putin vows to protect Russia from West's gender obscurantism. How to create a healthcare crisis. Rocking around the plastic tree. Australia's chief pharmacist says public needs to accept boosters and mask mandates for many years to come. China gives celebrities and social media influencers 10 more days to pay taxes owed. But Acharya, we cannot stop the spread of COVID, but we can end the pandemic. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. In Libya, anger and uncertainty after polls delayed. The last Soviet generation. Myanmar Army air raids sent hundreds fleeing into Thailand. With drones and thermal cameras, Greek officials monitor refugees. Just surviving, for Cambodian tourism, recovery out of sight. What is behind the rise in transphobia in the UK? A tall Christmas tree in a post-Christian world. What will it take to end gender-based violence in India? Western powers slam deployment of Russian mercenaries in Mali. Julian Assange's lawyers seek UK appeal against US extradition. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Scalise, Biden messed up testing because he only wanted to talk about vaccines. Dem Chicago alderman, we still talk more about COVID than gun violence, even though more kids die from guns in Chicago than COVID. Florida Republican under fire from Hofer Let's Go Brandon Christmas lights. New Jersey's redistricting commission bolsters Democrat strength. Nassau County declines to charge Andrew Cuomo over sexual misconduct allegations. Missouri poll, former Governor Eric Greeton's strongest in GOP Senate field against any Democrat. One dead in Burlington coat factory shooting in uncontrolled CA. Madagascar minister claims he swam 12 hours to safety after helicopter crash. Christian persecution increased worldwide in 2021. New York, vaccination card forgers face 1 year in jail. The next headlines are from UPI News. Massachusetts man wins his second $1 million lottery jackpot. Wheel of Fortune contestant who was denied an Audi will receive new car, anyway. Swap meet shopper returns family photos, letters to Hawaii brothers. Watch, flying squirrels found living on University of Nebraska campus. Watch, Japanese professor develops TV screen viewer can taste. Look, renovation project in Scotland uncovers message in a bottle from 1967. Watch, helicopter hoists boat that fell down California cliff. Iraqi artist string art portrait breaks Guinness World Record. Watch, Spider-Man's Tom Holland flies with boy who saved sister from dog. The following headlines are from Earth Files, updates on Earth and astronomical mysteries. James Webb largest space telescope now scheduled to launch on Christmas Day. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Spectacular time-lapse shows the hypnotic flames on the surface of the sun. Watch. Mystery Santa caught on CCTV sneaking around at night, leaving gifts for residents to find. Experimental treatment in Spain puts 18 cancer patients in complete remission. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Friday, December 24th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. Florida man with drugs around penis denies they were his. AP News. Woman stunned by huge list of rules left by controlling Airbnb host. Russian priest who adopted 70 children jailed for abuse. Amazon Yankee Candle reviews are mirroring the COVID-19 surge, again. Congressman Thomas Massey's Christmas card arsenal is probably worth tens of thousands. Backfiring car causes active shooter scare at Florida movie theater. Judge refuses to jail Lakeland Capitol riot suspect ahead of his wedding celebration. Taste the TV, Japan invents lickable screen to imitate food flavors. People got sick at a conspiracy conference, they're sure it's anthrax. Barrister who sued after colleague asked him to stop farting loses case. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. 5 spectacular photos of the universe taken by telescopes. The James Webb Telescope could uncover some of the universe's biggest mysteries. 4 Windows keyboard shortcuts I cannot live without. Miss Tamagotchis, bring this cute little robot friend into your life. Love sharing videos of small doggies and Angie kiddos, you're part of the cute economy. All I want for Christmas is Opal's electric wristband. 5 things I've learned pitching investors during the pandemic. The most mind-blowing neural stories of 2021. Japanese researcher creates lickable TV screen because God is dead. Google Photos no longer offers unlimited storage, so what are your options? The following headlines are from Science Daily. Immune memory less durable after severe COVID-19, study suggests. New study adds more evidence for Omicron immune evasion. Templating approach stabilizes ideal material for alternative solar cells. Earth's first giant. COVID-19 infection detected in 6 Ohio locations. SARS-CoV-2 goes underground to spread from cell to cell. What makes mRNA vaccine so effective against severe COVID-19? Pop-up electronic sensors could detect when individual heart cells misbehave. No more annual flu shot, new target for universal influenza vaccine. Dominant SARS-CoV-2 alpha variant evolved to evade our innate immune system. The next headlines are from Information Week. Enterprise Tech 2022, what's ahead for IT? No-code, low-code machine learning platforms still require people. Supply chains may be stalled, but can still deliver opportunity. Why more businesses will be creating their own chips in 2022. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Friday, December 24th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from NASA News. NASA selects 4 university teams for aviation projects. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. This Utah startup will help you rent out just about anything you own. Andy Larson, Omicron will result in a lot of sickness, but not a lot of death. Omicron is the Christmas surprise nobody wanted, but we can get through this together, Robert Gerke writes. University of Utah president says he regrets how reports of KKK group feces on black students' door were handled. Marshall Steinblum, hospital sales would put Utah's health care in jeopardy. Holiday lunch served to Utahns experiencing homelessness. Gordon Monson, here's the biggest reason Utah's Utes have to win the Rose Bowl. A decade ago, he resigned himself to homelessness. Now, he's helping Utah officials combat it. As Trolley Wing Company closes in Salt Lake City, co-owner points to problems with Utah's liquor licenses. Richard Davis, the proclamation on the family and the next generation of Latter-day Saints. The next headlines are from Slashdot, Tech News for Nerds. The U.S. car rental market is crying out for disruption. New system would let us know if aliens are using lasers to communicate. White House enlists software industry to improve open source security. What are FFP2 masks, mandatory in some European countries? New Log4j flaw caps year of relentless cybersecurity crises. Potential Department of Justice suits against Apple and Google delayed amid budget woes. Public agencies are buying up AI-driven hiring tools and bossware. Toyota reviewing key fob remote start subscription plan after massive blowback. Virtual guns in video games could soon be worth real money. Buying influence, how China manipulates Facebook and Twitter. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. 4 people shot Thursday night at Illinois Mall. Man fatally shot in North St. Louis, police seek to identify victim. Arnold under a water boil order. NORAD tracks Santa. United and Delta cancel dozens of Christmas Eve flights amid COVID surge. Hundreds wait in long lines at COVID testing site in St. Louis. A Festivus for the Rest of Us, beloved Seinfeld episode airs tonight on Fox 2. 3 people shot, killed in North St. Louis. St. Louis called one most underrated cities in U.S. for birding. Missouri sees massive jump in newly recorded COVID-19 cases as Omicron variant takes hold in state. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Plane crashes on roof of California house while homeowners are inside. San Diegans brave long lines for COVID test before holiday weekend. Man riding dirt bike dies after crashing into SUV on North County Street. How Petco Park landed the Holiday Bowl, and what to expect in unique downtown showcase. Rare pufferfish found cold stunned in San Diego waters on the way to recovery. United, Delta cancel dozens of Christmas Eve flights due to Omicron spike. CBP bus in San Diego headed for D.C. COVID reports 2.3K new COVID cases, 8 deaths as new medications on the way. The rain arrives, flooding risks, road closures and what to expect this holiday weekend. 14-year-old girl killed while police fatally shot at assault suspect in Burlington store in NoHo. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. Ukraine's new ominous high-tech drone passes factory test. Italian Army's A-169B helicopters hit a flight hour milestone. Ukraine demos a big surprise for Russia. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. How to do e-commerce in China. Intel apologizes as Biden signs Wire Forced Labor Prevention Act into law. Inside the Department of Justice's China initiative with the MIT Technology Review. Literary Festival all-female cohort underscores women's writing. China contemplates better laws to promote gender equality, but remains hostile to radical feminist campaigns. This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Friday, December 24th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. Sonoma County issues booster mandate for certain workers. Where's Santa? Check the NORAD Santa tracker on Christmas Eve. Overturned truck spills gas, shuts down I-680 in Fremont. U.S. to lift travel ban on 8 southern African countries. Man on electric unicycle dies after being struck by car in Hawaii. CBP bus in San Diego is D.C. bound. San Francisco approves emergency declaration in Tenderloin. Los Angeles Police Department shoot, kill 14-year-old bystander in suspect in retail store. This tip can help you avoid becoming a victim of theft at gas pumps. Curry scores 46, Warriors hold off pesky Grizzlies 113-104. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Jaguars will be without 3 starters at Jets because of COVID. Russian court slaps Google, Meta with massive fines. Stocks mixed across global markets in quiet holiday trading. Live updates, Ecumenical Patriarch tests positive for virus. Pictures of week in Latin America and Caribbean photo gallery. Gary's mayor imposes new restrictions amid COVID-19 surge. Cookie conundrum, how friends, strangers helped Arlington Heights man maintain a holiday tradition. Better, looking back on the year in Chicago media. 4 people shot, 1 shooter at large after gunfight in Oak Brook Center. Barrington's mayor has advice for other towns on freight train lines. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Traveling in Washington for the upcoming holiday? Here's what to know. New Washington state laws going into effect in 2022. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 5.7 m, depth 10 km, in Laos December 24, 2021, 1343 UTC, 1,280,000 people within 100 kilometers. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Bolivia, Brazil, Paraguay, Uruguay. Drought is ongoing in Canada, United States. Drought is ongoing in Bangladesh, India, Myanmar. Drought is ongoing in Argentina, Chile. Drought is ongoing in Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Mozambique. Drought is ongoing in Kazakhstan, Russia, Turkmenistan, Uzbekistan. Drought is ongoing in Belize, Costa Rica, Guatemala, Honduras, Nicaragua. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Friday, December 24th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. Missing Houston 15-year-old home saved 2 months after disappearance. Video shows moment deputies rescue 2 babies from rubble after tornado rips through Kentucky. 17-year-old detained after stepfather shot and killed in Northwest Harris Company, deputies say. LA police fatally shoot 14-year-old girl while firing on assault suspect, authorities say. Houston Super Feast in need of 500 volunteers for Christmas Eve. Delta, United Airlines canceling some Christmas Eve flights due to Omicron surge. Singer-songwriter Lisa Gentile accuses actor Chris Noth of sexual assault. Watch the holiday Yule log. Record-breaking heat this Christmas, here's how long it lasts. Where in the world is Santa Claus? NORAD Santa Tracker 2021, watch live. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Tiny pygmy owl has renewed chance at protection in Arizona. O'Halloran says redrawn district won't deter re-election bid. U.S. to lift Omicron-linked travel ban on southern Africa. SAW officer saves infant who stopped breathing at airport. Police search for gunman in Chicago area mall shootout. On Broadway, a playwright becomes an actor, saving a show. Explainer, what COVID-19 therapies are available in U.S.? Kremlin expects U.S. answer on security guarantees next month. U.S. to lift travel ban on 8 southern African countries. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. Valley Forge has nothing on New Jersey. For one Chelsea building, it's always the night before Christmas. What it would take to make to-go cocktails a permanent reality in NYC. As COVID surges in NYC jails, officials quibble over blame. Extra, Joan Didion, inimitable American writer, has died at 87. New Year's Eve in Times Square will be scaled back, with just 15,000 fully vaccinated and masked spectators. New Yorkers line up for hard-to-get free COVID test kits, more giveaways coming Friday. Andrew Cuomo won't face charges for alleged touching incident at Belmont Park. What to do in NYC over the holidays if Omicron ruined your plans? Native New Yorkers on TikTok are pushing back against the NYC influencer trend. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Severe water stress, absolute scarcity for 2 to 4 billion humans by 2025. The impact of air pollution on child health. Champions of the Earth, the Sea Women of Melanesia. Uruguay launches sovereign bond linked to climate targets. How can we end systemic racism in the U.S. legal system? Extraordinary lives of Indian Muslim women documented. Interview with Siddharth Chatterjee, UN resident coordinator in China, on the Beijing Winter Olympics and Paralympics. U.S. contributes $10 million to support UN Food Agency efforts on COVID-19 response, future pandemics. Libyan elections postponed, new date expected within 30 days. Authorities urge to protect women and children following violence and protests in Sudan. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. Study, Omicron variant has 80% lower risk of hospitalization. Trump says he didn't pardon Assange or Snowden due to some spying things, but pardoned handler of most damaging spy in history. What Russia says about its not an ultimatum demands to the US and NATO. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Lufthansa, United, Delta cancel flights over Christmas. Joan Didion, peerless prose stylist, dies at 87. Was a giant, 14-pound possum killed in Minnesota? Trump asks Supreme Court to block release of documents. Unabomber Ted Kaczynski moved to prison medical facility. Kim Potter guilty of manslaughter in Daunte Wright death. UK data suggests hospitalization is less likely with Omicron. Yingling accuses Bud Light of trampling on trademark. The next headlines are from factcheck.org. Early data on Omicron. Increase in COVID-19 virus reports due to reporting requirements, intense scrutiny of widely given vaccines. We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. The best mini waffle makers to level up your breakfast. CIA's phony Osama vaccine op is still fueling doubt in vaccines. Where to watch this year's Oscar-contending movies, from West Side Story to House of Gucci. Trump world becomes unglued over Trump's praise of vaccine and booster shots. The Queen will get personal in her Christmas speech before another crazy royal year begins. Black-owned fashion businesses fight to survive the pandemic. This jail was a deadly mess, then Omicron arrived. 13 breakout TikTok stars we couldn't stop watching in 2021, from Emily Mariko to Kaby Lame. Was the Succession line about fascism the best one yet? Emily in Paris Season 2 shock transformation from dumpster fire to dumpster fireworks. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Kris Jenner drops Jingle Bells cover with Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker. South Africa relaxes COVID rules as 80% of population gains immunity. Ex-Ohio State star Cardale Jones thinks Urban Meyer will never coach again. The surprising new Omicron symptom that you might notice at Christmas dinner. January 6th panel reportedly urges Scottish response to Trump's block request. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. How the good fields expanded our cosmic boundaries. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. Comet Leonard lights up the night sky this Christmas. Giant fossil found in Nevada is first of its kind. Extraordinary challenges ahead for Webb Space Telescope. Tornado Alley may be shifting east, threatening businesses and supply chains. 100 times more powerful than Hubble, Webb Space Telescope to search for first light after Big Bang. Beavers are now living as far north as the Arctic, researchers find. Doctors test possible breast cancer vaccine. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. Hundreds of flights canceled across U.S.'s airline staff battle with Omicron. January 6th Congressional Committee asks Supreme Court to rule quickly on releasing Trump document trove. Suspects sought after several wounded in Chicago area mall shooting. Delta, United Airlines cancel dozens of Christmas Eve flights as Omicron hits cruise. Elizabeth Holmes jury cannot reach verdict in first week of deliberation, goes home for Christmas. WHO investigates mysterious deadly illness in South Sudan that has killed nearly 100 people. Biden defends Omicron response amid COVID test shortages, no one saw it coming. Healthcare workers with COVID can return to work after 7-day quarantine and negative test, CDC says. Cuomo avoids prosecution in Nassau, but Albany charges still pending. 5 teens arrested in Philadelphia armed carjacking of Rep. Mary Gay Scanlon. The following headlines are from military.com. Putin to the West, it is not us who threaten anyone. Iran says it fired 16 ballistic missiles during annual drill. Iraqi FM calls for direct Iran-US talks on nuclear deal. Japan cabinet okays record defense budget amid Taiwan concerns. Possible relics of lost World War II U.S. bomber, crew found in Italy. More Marines discharged over vaccine refusal, total at 169. Army stuns Missouri and Armed Forces bowl on last second FG. U.S. Navy says it seized arms from Iran likely bound for Yemen. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. The momentous James Webb Space Telescope launch is scheduled for Christmas morning. Chicago astronomers are waiting with bated breath to use its data for a better understanding of the cosmos. Oakbrook Center Shopping Mall will be open for business today with significant police presence following Thursday shooting that injured 4. Daywatch, Chicago crime in 2021 was unrelenting as it spread into new neighborhoods. 4 wounded in Oakbrook Center shooting. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Chicago roots. Flooding in Cicero has become a blame game between town officials, BNSF Railway and residents. Proposed legislation aims to bring relief. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer was created in Chicago by Montgomery Ward copywriter Robert L. May to sell toys in 1939. Here's how the popular Christmas character, and its author, went down in history. Shots ring out amid last-minute Christmas shopping at Oakbrook Center. 4 people wounded, police say. 4 injured in Oakbrook Center shooting, police say. North Shore closed most of its immediate care centers to additional patients early Thursday, following surge of demand. Joe Wark, former Glen Ellen Village president and trustee, dies at 89. Public watchdog for CPS releases final report on sexual misconduct at Marine Leadership Academy. The following headlines are from FIS.org. Yes, there is a Santa Claus, and no, COVID-19 won't stop him. The fate of Latin American forests in a warming world. Research team creates the world's lightest isotope of magnesium to date. Earth's first known giant was as big as a sperm whale. Explainer, veteran Hubble versus new Webb Space Telescope. Researchers use electron microscope to turn nanotube into tiny transistor. Blueprint reveals how plants build a sugar transport lane. French Guiana awaits historic Webb telescope launch. Zinc isotopes of arc-related lavas reveal recycling of warrior serpentinides into subarc mantle. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Friday, December 24th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. 16 Best Custom Coffee Mugs for 2022. Finishing the Human Genome. Myrna will do more than conquer COVID. A year lasts 16 hours on this ultra-hot, Jupiter-like planet. Earthing and its otherworldly promises. Custom pillows with pictures, 12 best brands. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. Coronavirus Daily News Updates, December 24th, what to know today about COVID-19 in the Seattle area, Washington State and the world. Missouri boarding school doctor accused of child sex crimes. Sweet repeat, brothers regift same hard candy for decades. How to watch the James Webb Space Telescope launch. Omicron in children, pediatric hospitals in parts of U.S. filling fast. Portraits from inside the wild, messy, overheating economy of 2021. The following headlines are from MercuryNews.com. Bay Area News Group Boys High School Athlete of the Week, Derek Sangster, Archbishop Midi Basketball. Dave Hyde, 50 years later, a Christmas story that changed the Miami Dolphins franchise. Joe Judge's Giants thank support staff with record Christmas bonuses. Bay Area News Group Girls High School Athlete of the Week, Gabrielle Abigor, Berean Christian Basketball. NFC Playoff Picture, how the 49ers loss at Tennessee impacts wildcard odds. Bay Area Rescue Group buys van to perform spay-neuter surgeries on cats. Tom Carwin, on gardening, Chilean perennials for fall planting season. Will Western Screech Owl make its home in Martinez Yard? Gardening, gift spring blooms for the holiday. Oakland is a hot spot for lead contamination of children, study finds. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Omicron grounds thousands of holiday flights. Targets of House January 6 committee strike back with lawsuits challenging subpoenas for phone records. Russian court fines Google nearly $100 mover content. UK Queen's Christmas speech set to be particularly personal. Greece, sinking of sailboat carrying migrants kills 7. Donald Trump threatens to divulge real facts about wacko Betty Midler. Park Geun-hye, South Korea ex-president, granted special pardon. The next headlines are from The Intercept. The 10 Worst Americans of 2021. When I saw him I knew it was real. Devenia Inman is free after 23 years behind bars. Son of the South. This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Friday, December 24th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Another weird year in Illinois, record fish, improved void processing, bow hunters record deer harvest. Pair sought for robbery, battery on Red Line train in loop. This week in history, joy and hardship on Christmas Eve, 1934. Pills and ice cream seller thanks angels who helped him find better housing, medical care. Michigan schools try cognitive therapy-based programs to help overwhelmed kids. Man charged with firing shots at police responding to a domestic call in South Shore. Dear Abby, obsessed relative says hurtful things about my stepson. A more chilled Tom Holland owns the box office as Spider-Man star. 1 killed, 3 teens among 11 wounded in citywide shootings Thursday. Suspected shooter among 4 hurt in brazen gunfight at Oak Brook Center Mall. Second suspected gunman at large, police say. The next headlines are from the Times of India. Merry Christmas 2021, wishes, quotes, images and more. COVID curbs in many states as India's Omicron tally crosses 400, center says mustn't lower guard. Jacqueline may not be able to travel back home for Christmas. Pictorial biography of Begambra. I have no regrets when I look back, Harbhajan. Nagaland readies for Christmas with heavy heart. 83 is off to a flying start with 45% occupancy on day 1. EC to review up situation amid HC suggestion on delaying polls. Rahul admits it will be tough call between Rahane and Iyer. How to hide name on WhatsApp from random users. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Friday, December 24th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Review, Sing 2. Itsy Boys rolls out this month, COVID caused temporary closures. Things to do, read lightning striking by Lenny K. Chargers come to town to face COVID-ravaged Texans. Best Music Videos of 2021 Part 5. Read the top horror novels of 2021. Best Weekend Food Bets, A Die Hard Christmas Eve. COVID cases increase and Cirque cancels Thursday's performances. Texans have over a dozen players on COVID-19 list. Things to do, upcoming food and drink events in Houston into the new year. The next headlines are about world records making news. New world record Sitka black-tailed deer taken on Kodiak Island, Fairbanks Daily News Miner. From the archives, non-stop flights set around world record 35 years ago, the San Diego Union Tribune. Odisha Sudarshan Patnaik's world record for biggest Santa Claus sand art, Sambit English. Liverpool star Mina Mino held Guinness World Record for most high fives in a minute and wants to replicate, the U.S. Sun. A world record studio 10-bit, Lansing, WILX-TV. WWE superstar gloats on Guinness World Record, even The Rock, Steve Austin or John Cena couldn't capture it, essentially sports. Meet Rajasthan's Ravi Soni, Guinness World Record holder for largest drawing by an individual, India TV News. Mole's propeller boss Cap Fins earns Guinness World Record title, Maritime Logistics News. Guinness World Record for a canoe made of mushrooms, hotadeli.com. Bangladeshi woman sets coin stacking world record, Dhaka Tribune. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. The most exciting things happening in space in 2022. Star Trek's Jonathan Frakes on Discovery's trials and filming during COVID-19. How to watch the most powerful telescope ever built launched to space. Colin Trevorrow's next film wants to delve into Atlantis. What is HDMI 2.1 and why should you care? How to organize your mess of a Dropbox once and for all. I cannot believe I love this fan-powered fire pit so much. Some Apple employees are walking out on Christmas Eve to demand better working conditions. Tesla will block drivers from playing games it provided while their car is moving. The Matrix Resurrections premiere was also a sci-fi fashion show. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Shark Bay Airport in Australia at 115.16 degrees Fahrenheit or 46.2 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Ojmjkin in Russia at minus 70.6 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 57 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Intel apologizes for banning use of components from Xinjiang. Tesla will shut off center console gaming while car is in motion, updated. The Wheel of Time's first season wraps up in an explosive, twisty finale. The 20 most read stories of 2021 on Ars Technica. Review: Matrix Resurrections has just enough of the old magic to delight fans. Big tech split leads to demise of Internet Association. Rainy years cannot make up for California's groundwater use. 2021 was the year the world finally turned on Facebook. From 360 Hz monitors to 8000 Hz keyboards, 2021 was the year of the Hertz. The following headlines are from Raw Story. Watch, Alex Jones suggests Trump is being blackmailed to support COVID vaccines. The hidden shamanic history of Santa Claus. Giuliani associates Bernie Kerik to publicly release documents demanded by January 6 committee. Candace Owens fumes after Meghan McCain mocks her for getting schooled by Trump. U.S. became arrogant after fall of Soviet Union, Gorbachev. Watch, neo-Nazi hides his face from news crew after getting busted on terrorism by symbol charges. Republican politicians espouse a truly radical stance on public education. Why are they doing this to us? Victim of anti-Asian hate crime recounts shocking attack in San Francisco. Man arrested for punching photojournalist in the face at chaotic pro-Trump rally. Catholic school denies fans used racist monkey chant, claims they were actually yelling "Go Eagles." The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Monsters, those nobody wants to work signs. Monster, the Myanmar army that murdered civilians and threatened my friends. This scientist created a rapid test just weeks into the pandemic. Here's why you still cannot get it. This coastal town needs federal aid for climate adaptation. It will get a military truck instead. Hero, the flight attendant who duct-taped an abusive passenger. Monster, the completely useless and undemocratic U.S. Senate. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Joan Didion, in her own words, 23 of the best quotes, The Guardian. The following items are today's top search results for the term neural plasticity. DN Oblin Debye Sound 719-447, blinded by sound. Bioinformatics analysis of long non-coding RNA-associated competing endogenous RNA network in schizophrenia scientific reports, Nature.com. Expert, psychedelics, other psychoplastogens heal the physical damage associated with many brain disorders, mental health disorders, Pharmacy Times. Best Nootropics, 2022, Top 30 Nootropic Supplements to Review, Peninsula Daily News. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. Trees have the potential to live indefinitely, Scientific American. Why Blinded Sound 863-486-5778, Blinded by Sound. Blinded Sound 787-810, Blinded by Sound. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Friday, December 24th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. The following is from the UFO Chronicles. Veteran researcher, Mike Price has passed away, December 17, 2021. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Friday, December 24th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. News8 is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by News8. All rights reserved.